lifestyle channel for self-love, like music, fashion, culture, and business. Just like trying to grow into our bad bitch energy. I am Tay'Laur, your self-love godmother, whatever. So this Friday is the new moon Aquarius, and I thought I would do a little reading. I can already tell though, I was encouraged to shuffle my playlist, or like shuffle my playlist a little bit more by a tarot reader that I love, Onani. I know she's on TikTok, I know she's on Instagram, but I love her, I follow her heavily, and a lot of times her readings resonate, and I felt like it was like, okay, get a little creative with the energy. So I shuffled my playlist, and from the playlist, from the song that I got from the beginning, came back, and then the songs that I was hearing in my head a little bit later kind of came off the same energy, at least one. So there was 3 specific ones that came in my head. The first one was the shuffled one. So the shuffled one was "It's Not My Fault" by Princess Nokia. It goes, "It's not my fault that I'm that bitch, so talk that shit, cause I'm still rich." Okay, so it feels like last reading was like the full moon in Leo, so I'm feeling like we were releasing, and I'm feeling like now we're maybe getting into that Leo energy maybe now. For some of us who haven't, for some of us who didn't feel the full moon energy, like the Leo energy before, maybe because you were spending a lot of time releasing, you're just now kind of getting into that like Leo type energy, like you're feeling your bad bitch. Like it was the first reading in the full moon energy was like to tell yourself that you're a bad bitch and like release all the bullshit, and now I feel like you have done the work to release some of that bullshit, or just allow yourself to feel it and just process through it like the bad bitch you are, and you are now feeling like you're feeling lighter. Like I feel like you're feeling lighter. It's like you're released and you were feeling heavy, so now you're feeling lighter and actually feeling that Leo energy. You're actually feeling yourself. The second song that I heard was "Oops" by an indie artist that me and my sister follow called Satara. From her energy that I get from her music, she's really cool. But the song was "Oops," so it's "Oops" by Satara, and it's the same kind of energy, basically like, oh, did I do that? Like, oh, like my energy, like what was it? You love my energy, or like my energy is like popping, or it's like making y'all crazy. Oh, did I do that? Like it's another song to feel like you're feeling yourself. You're in your bad bitch energy. What was it? The sun is shining now in LA, so maybe we were all processing and just feeling like down during the rain, and now it's all sunny, and we're like, all right, like let's get back outside, because that's a lot of what "Oops" gives. It's like bad bitch energy, but it's also like I'm hanging out with my friends who process, like not even process, but they're like on my level. Like my girls are getting money. I think that is one of the lines, like my bitches are getting money, and it's like, yes, like you're hanging out with your girls, you're probably getting outside, or you're feeling it. Like focus on you, like bring in that self-love, focus on your self-love, focus on your growing your self-love, focus on celebrating you and your girls. I promote that a lot, and I say that a lot because I do love. I feel like a lot of times I'm very critical of love and dating and relationships, that people might feel like I just don't like love. I'm like, nah, I do like love, but I'm here for healthy love, and a lot of times it's just that like some people, we just get caught in our unhealthy cycles. Sometimes we don't even notice it, and when we become aware of it, we do gotta work on it. But that's not to say that we can't date and do the same thing, because honestly, the last song, that's actually perfect, because it goes right into the last song that was completely opposite from those 2 songs, was "Rather Be" by her. I was hearing that one, what was it? I was hearing "No Place I'd Rather Be." So you're like, I feel like this is for my bad bitches who are trying to bring in love. And that's so funny because we haven't even done the reading yet. I feel like, but I do, what was it? And we haven't even done the reading yet, but I do, that's so funny because we haven't even done the reading yet. But I do feel like from those 2 songs, it's like, from those 3 songs, it's like channeling, so far what I'm channeling is that we are feeling ourselves, we're hanging out with our girls, we're going back outside, we're loving on ourselves, romancing ourselves, and even bringing in love, bringing in the energy of love. That's why I promote self-love and self-romance a lot, because that usually sets the standard. If you're treating yourself well, if you're like loving on yourself and grooming, like treating yourself well, pampering yourself, doing little nice things for yourself every once in a while, like, and not 100% like relying on someone else or something on someone on the outside to do that for you. I feel like that sets the standards for what you accept and what you'll take in whatever dating relationships or in whatever dating relationships that you choose to participate in or you choose to be a part of. I not even participate in, like, I meant more so participate in, like, what you choose to, what you feel like is good for you and what you choose to, what you choose. It's basically whatever, just choosing the energy that's for you and setting that standard for what you want. Standing on business, that's what we said during the full moon in Leo, and accepting nothing less until that comes in. Let's see what else that the reading got. Let's see what else that the cards got to say for the new moon in Aquarius. Like, what energy is coming to us during. Okay, play. So it's still play. It's still the energy. So this is probably more so for my bad bitches who were spending the last 2 weeks processing. Maybe emotionally, even just feeling it, going through some more challenges. But you have been doing the work. You've been doing the work. But you have been doing the work. You've been doing the work and the process and releasing, and probably, just like I said earlier, probably just now feeling like, oh yeah, let's go outside. And it's time to go outside and play. Okay, so this is specifically, I feel like, for my bad bitches who have been doing the work so far. Not to say that there isn't ever more work to do, but I feel like you've done the majority or the heavul of the work. You probably felt more of the feelings. You've processed a lot. You've you've gone through like a little bit these past couple weeks, emotionally. What was it? Back bottom of the deck. Trust the nigga. What is the nigga feeling trying to tell you? I feel like it's connecting to your intuition, maybe about play. Maybe specifically connecting with your intuition or feeling your intuition when it comes to going out and playing. Like, maybe you gotta feel it out a little bit. My sister and I were out for a little bit yesterday, and oh no, she wasn't out. We were in here. She was specifically looking for something at home that she thought that she lost, and she said that she connected with her intuition. She connected to her intuition and low-key felt it out, and then actually found what she was looking for. So I'm not even saying go to everything and scan it like this, but I am saying is there something specific? Is there something that comes right into your head that your intuition has been, that you've been wanting to try, or that something that even if it sounds dumb, don't judge whatever it is that you want to do as long as it's not harmful. Let me add that. As long as it's not harmful. But yes, it's still time to play. I feel like this is more so, and it is time to play. What was it? But yes, I feel like trust the nigga also might be just using your intuition more, whether it comes to play or when it comes to anything in general. It's just connecting to your intuition. What was it? Whatever it is, it's just connecting to your intuition. But because the card was play, at first I do feel like it's more about leaning into your intuition when it comes to what you want, what you want to do to have fun. Even if it sounds dumb, even if it sounds childish, I feel like it's take all of that away, and it's just is your intuition telling you to do it? We'll do it, as long as it's not harmful. Parentheses. Okay, let me see. Even play. Okay, so I kind of feel like like just now when I'm bringing in rather be by her, I feel like play can also mean dating. Like if you want to step into dating, because you know, if you want to explore like in the love category during February, it's like, what was it? This is for, so I feel like, what was it? I feel like play also means like explore, flirt, like be playful in the love category, or if that's something that you've wanted to do during Valentine's Day. And this is not for people who are like dependent or like need somebody on Valentine's Day, but like, you know, maybe you haven't explored the love category usually, or you're good with hanging out with your girls, or maybe your girls are like dating, so maybe like you want to explore, or and not even to say that like you're following somebody else, but I feel like maybe this is something that you've wanted to do for a while, and because it's February and because it's Valentine's Day and there's a bunch of like dating events, speed dating, those kind of things, like just getting out and going to a bar and just like talking and being like a little bit more social, exploring that. If you've been wanting to play in that area, then I feel like Spirit is confirming that you can do that. Like following your intuition. Is that something that you really wanted? Maybe you're gonna be invited out, and maybe you're like immediately like no, but it's just like, okay, well, before you immediately say no, or like, you know, say no to like romance, like ask yourself if this is something that you really want. But I feel like rather be also is about romance. For my babes who are already in a relationship, and maybe you've been feeling in a rut, maybe the play and maybe it's been like rough. What was it? For my babes who are in a relationship, I feel like because I feel like rather be is like very coupley. So it's like maybe you've been seeing somebody for a while, or you're in a relationship. This does not mean this doesn't have something to do with you. I don't believe this is just for my single babes, but a message for my single babes would be to, if you want to follow that, your intuition when it comes to love or being playful, or maybe going out on a date, like maybe something that you haven't really done usually on Valentine's because you're so used to. I feel like this is more so for my babies also who maybe used to being single. This message, there is a message specifically, I feel like, for my couples or for my people who have been seeing somebody for a while, because rather be is very much like we've been seeing each other for a minute, we've been upping each other's energy for a while. I feel like there could have been a conflict, or maybe it's just been like a little bit stormy these past couple weeks. Maybe you've been a little bit moody. Maybe it has nothing to do with you. Maybe the other person has been moody, but it's just been a little bit rocky or a little bit challenging. I feel like it's time to either trust your intuition, like trust the niggle. I feel like what is the niggly feeling trying to tell you? It could be about whether or not, like, if you've been asking yourself whether or not you need to leave, or if you want to leave, or if you should leave. Like, it's kind of like that. I feel like ask your intuition. If your intuition is saying no, and you're feeling like, you know, it's just been really hard, you just don't see how you could stay, or like how it could get better, like, or you're wanting it to get better, then I feel like Spirit is saying add in some playful energy. Like, laugh a little bit. Maybe you guys need to go out, like do something out of the routine, out of the box, to be playful and bring that playful energy in. I feel like you'll have good results. But it's always like, if it doesn't, ask your intuition. But I do feel like it's more about bringing in that playful energy. But that's only if your intuition is telling you you should stay. Like, you really have to connect to your intuition, and you might have to play with your, like, that's so funny. I was about to say play with yourself, and that's what she said. Yeah, you might have to like go solo, or like spend time with yourself, like bring in that playful energy for yourself first before you answer the question and the intuition. But that's just if it resonates. But let's see if there's any more messages, any deeper. Okay, so the cards over here say the answers you need are coming. Take time to breathe out. See, I feel like that is meaning like play with yourself. That might mean literally too. For my babes who maybe feel sexually deprived, whether you're single or in a relationship, I feel like if you've been in a drought in your relationship and you need like to, if you need to do a little something, then do it with yourself. But if that doesn't resonate, then I do feel like it's more about bringing the playful energy into yourself and like lightening yourself. Like take a break, breathe, go meditate, spend some time with yourself away from the situation, and actually connect with your intuition on what you feel like are the next moves forward. But it says the answers you need are coming, so I do feel like that's coming right after you take some time to breathe out. Breathe in. Let's see what these cards say. Okay, 2 Sagittarius. Okay. Look at the bigger picture. Okay, so that's so funny because that works for single babes and for relationship babes. So for single babes, relationship babes, take a minute. Single babes, look at the bigger picture. I feel like that means you're still releasing. Look at the bigger picture when it comes to trusting the niggling feeling. Because even at the back, it's mirror who or what is triggering you. So I feel like it could be for my single babes in a situationship, or for my relationship babes that you're actually a couple, or you've actually been seeing somebody, you've actually been committed to somebody for a while. Single babes, situationship, I think I still count you as single. You're still single. And I feel like that's exactly what you have to do. I feel like there's an energy specifically who or what is triggering you. If you've been if you've been in a situationship so I said for my single babes, this is for my single babes in a situationship. If you've been feeling triggered, maybe by the other person's actions, or wondering if you should continue, I kind of feel like this is for my single babes who maybe in a situationship, but it was maybe on accident. Maybe it was on accident or like unintentional, like you didn't mean to do this and then it just happened. You didn't mean to get yourself in a situationship. You probably didn't want a situationship, but it says that the answers that you need are coming. So it feels like maybe if you've been wanting the situationship to grow, that's only if you've had signs specifically, because that's like, I know people can be manipulative, but this is like a wishy-washy type situation. Like this is like you've had obvious feelings, but then that person maybe rejects them. Like the person has the same feelings, but then like maybe you have a hidden relationship. Like you've been seeing this person in private, but this person has never really been like public with you, and you feel like you're feeling each other more than a relationship. They probably even have said that or give signs that they want more more than the situationship in the relationship, but have not done so publicly. So it feels like, look at the bigger picture. If you've been asking yourself whether or not you need to cut this person off, ask yourself that intuition. So you do need to bring in that playful energy and ask yourself whether or not this is something that's bringing you good energy. Like, is this person adding or is this person subtracting? And if this person is subtracting from you, then girl, no. It's like, what is the niggling feeling trying to tell you? If you've already had a niggling feeling that it's time to go, then trust that feeling. And it's time to go, and trying to go out and play for yourself. And I'm not even saying like bring another person in, but it's just like, go out and play, spend time with your girls, remember that you're a bad bitch, like love is, like that's something that I've had to accept recently, and not even specifically with love, but with joy. Like I'm very much like, I get anxious, I feel like I love joy, but sometimes it's really hard for me to hang on to joy because of past situations. You kind of are waiting for the ball to drop. So if you're like me and you've been waiting for the ball to drop, no, like it's time to cut that out and just enjoy like your playtime right now, and just don't really worry. Like, but look at the bigger picture. after taking some time to breathe out, what was it? A new romantic cycle begins. And I felt like, don't immediately take this as the person coming back. You still have to ask your intuition, because a new romantic cycle can always mean with yourself. Like, we forget ourselves immediately, so romantic cycle could mean a self-romantic cycle. So ask your intuition. Look at the bigger picture. Trust your intuition and make your moves. It says that the answers that you need are coming, so you might just need to take some time to breathe out. And just wait. Do a little bit. You might have a little bit more work to do, but I feel like it's about taking a break from that work and playing. A new romantic cycle begins. So this person might come back after you take some time for yourself and like lighten and heighten your vibration. You might have to be bold and make the first move. This does not have to be with love. It could be a passion project or a career for people who are looking for not looking for love. Be bold and make the first move. But I do feel like it's more about love, especially right now with Febyouary. But it could mean self-love, and if it is for self-love, then you have to be bold and make the first move for yourself in your life. Take back control. Take back that power. And luck is on your side. That was the next card. Luck is on your side. For my babes in a relationship, luck is on your side. I feel like you do have to be bold and make the first move. For my relationship babes, back to my relationship babes. So, I do feel like if you've been having a little bit of trouble, or if things have been rocky or lately, then do take some time to breathe out. Play for yourself. I do feel like if you lighten the load for yourself, then bringing the playful energy into your relationship will feel better for yourself, because I do feel like you'll have to be bold and make the first move in bringing in this playful energy. And that's only if you listen to your intuition and seeing if that's what it's trying to tell you. But luck is on your side. If that is what you're being pulled to do, luck is on your side. For my babes in a situationship, I feel like luck is on your side whether or not you end up with this person. But you might have to be bold and make the first move if you choose. This is if you choose to be with this person. If you want to be with this person and you're not talking, you will have to be bold and make the first move. Ask yourself, why is he why are they triggering you? And then ask yourself what lights you up. For my career babes, for my career babes, because I think that love, okay, wait a minute. Let me finish love before I get to my career babes, because I be all over the place. So, and I'm feeling like I'm already over the place with my single and relationship babes, but I'll make sure to summarize it before I get to my career babes. So, one more. For a tarot card. Now a tarot card. I've been doing Oracle. This was my Work Your Light. And then this one was my Moonology. Okay, so for a tarot card, this is the Light Seers Tarot. Looks like this. Just in case. For my readers or wannabe reader babies. High Priestess. That's number one. When it says trust and ego, that's basically the same thing. High Priestess and trust and ego is all about trusting your intuition. You really have to get in your intuition, because I do feel like I feel like Six of Swords. I forget the exact meaning, but I do know that forward is about moving on. You might be moving on in a sad energy or in a painful energy. So I feel like the opposite means you're in a stagnant. You're not sure whether to stay or to go. You don't know. You might be moving on sadly. For my babes who feel like that's your intuition that's telling you to go. But I do feel like the Six of Swords might mean that you're in a stagnant energy, like you're not sure. Like you're in a waiting period, you're in a pause, you haven't made a decision yet. You feel like you want to go, like you might feel like you want to move forward, but but you haven't gotten the sign to. And I do feel like, yeah, the moon, I feel like it also might mean about, you might even be stagnant and letting go of like a habit or two. Even if it, and the habit or two might be this person, if you're dealing with a person. You might be in a waiting period where, the moon is usually like with shadows. I feel like you're coming out of that. You're coming out of that and you're, coming out or drowning. You know what? Let me get. That's what I thought. Yes. Okay. So the moon. The moon. The moon reversed. So the reverse moon is about stuck. It's basically you're stuck. There's something that you haven't processed or that you don't know 100% how to process. And it says the answers you need are coming. It does say take time to breathe out. Okay. So take time to. So for my babes in a situationship, you're still not sure whether or not to move on, and that's making you stuck. That might be making you stuck in various parts of your life, or you just feel stuck. It might be like completely pausing. Your love life might be completely at a halt because of the fact that you're not sure whether or not to continue with this person. You might still have feelings for this person. And you may think about this person when you think about dating, and that might hold you back from dating. So you need to ask yourself whether or not this is something that you want. That you need to ask yourself if this is something that you want. You're gonna have to make a move. It says be bold and make the first move, and it says play. So I feel like if you guys are in separation, then you need to be the one to make the first move, but be playful, don't take it seriously, because you might still not 100% be sure if this person is serious about you. But if you do reconnect with this person, and your intuition is right off the bat, like telling you, nope, this is not it, then follow that. But I do feel like the answer will come to you before. I feel like it might even come to you before you reconnect with this person, because it's specifically High Priestess and Trust the Noble came out, and because they both came out, it's really about your own intuition. So I feel like you need to take some time with spirit and allow the answers that you need to come to you. And it says the answers are coming. So I feel like lighten the load for yourself and play. Focus on what lights you up. Ooh, get grounded. So spend some time in nature, spend some time outside. It's a little bit cloudy in LA, so I'm like, the sun is not 100% shining, but it's coming through and through. But I feel like it's more about like getting grounded. Like, you don't have to go into nature, but I feel like nature is specifically on this card, whether it's like play is specifically about going somewhere. So I feel like because both of these cards are like have similar colors, low-key, I feel like get grounded might mean maybe taking yourself to a specific place, a garden, botanical, maybe botanical garden, because I'm looking with flowers. But I also see the statue in the back that looks like an ancestor. I feel like that's your ancestors are watching you. I feel like you see this old woman in the back in the tree. That's so funny. Oh my god. Okay, so I actually just got a message. I actually just got a little channel message. I personally been watching movies to connect with my inner child, and I feel like if you are a person who is a fan of movies and media and likes to connect with media to heal or connect with your inner, it helps you connect with your inner child. I feel like movies based on characters connecting with their spirits. Pocahontas is coming up. I'm not a huge, I love the Disney Pocahontas for other reasons, like the music, Colors of the Wind. She's strong, she's beautiful. It's just that story is very historically inaccurate. So if you're not being pushed to watch Pocahontas, maybe Fern Gully. I feel like Fern Gully is something really well. That's not specifically about ancestors, but it is like the powers of nature, connecting with nature on a spiritual, on a magical level. So I feel like Fern Gully, if you feel too uncomfortable to watch Pocahontas, then watch Fern Gully. I only bring up Pocahontas because the woman, the statue, it looks like it's coming from the tree. That automatically makes me think of Grandmother Willow from Pocahontas. So if you don't feel comfortable enough to watch Pocahontas, then I would say watch Fern Gully. Maybe even Avatar. I personally don't care for Avatar, but if that's something that you connect with on a spiritual level, then I would say that. Is there any other ancestral movies coming up? Black Panther. It's Black History Month, so I'm like, Black Panther makes me think of the ancestor tree. I'm like, anything else? If you don't feel called to watch any of those movies, then I do feel like it's more about connecting outside with nature and your own spirit guides. Know that your spirit guides are watching you, because this person is in the middle and then this is from behind. Even I feel like meditating, if you've been called to meditate, or if you have been interested in meditating, then I feel like do so. For my mates who are kind of just like meditating, like maybe you've been avoiding meditation for a specific reason, or maybe you don't really care for meditation, I still feel like you should give it a try. Jump out of that comfort zone and connect. I feel like your ancestors, I feel like it's specifically about your ancestors wanting to, you needing to connect with your ancestors, or your ancestors wanting to connect with you and send you messages, maybe about what lights you up, maybe about whether you need to be with this person or not, because it said the answers that you need are coming. So you need to connect with your ancestors and get out of this stuck energy, and then you'll know whether or not you can move on, or will move on. And you'll know whether or not this self-love this romantic cycle is self-love, or if it's your situationship. For my relationship base, I do feel like a new romantic cycle begins with you, unless you have been thinking about leaving. But I do feel like if it's just a conflict, if it's just been like a challenge, then I do feel like it's just about bringing that playful energy in, and a new romantic cycle will happen. But you have to be the one to be able to make the first move in bringing in that playful energy. And I know, if I wasn't, I understand how this might sound to some of my babes, especially if you, especially if you, either don't want to or feel like that person has to. Completely understand, but luck is on your side. Maybe it's about being different, and if you're usually the type that's just like, oh no, like they need to apologize, completely understand, but you probably have to be bold and make the first move, and like maybe bring in that different energy. For my babes who are dating, who are in a challenge, I do feel like if that person's usually the one making moves, then you will make the moves, like bringing equal flow. So I feel like if you're usually the one if you're usually the one who makes extra moves, then ask yourself whether or not, and are tired of making extra moves, like making the moves, like not for them, but like making extra moves, like the one leading the relationship. So if you've been feeling like you've been leading the relationship and you don't want to, and you've been asking whether or not this is for you, then do take that time to connect with your energy. If you're okay with leading and this is just a challenge, I do feel like you have to be bold and make the first move after connecting, getting grounded, taking some time to breathe out for yourself. Then you make the first move. for my babes who usually don't make the move or feel like that person needs to apologize, completely understand. But connect with your intuition, and if your intuition says like, okay, we could make the first move if we wanted to, if we were playful enough after taking some time for yourself, then do that. Again, yes, if you weren't afraid, this is another one, warrior woman at the bottom of the deck. If you weren't afraid, what would you do? Oh, dance has been coming out a lot. Dance, that came out last time. Let's see. Yeah, what was it? Home. You've been longing for home. Maybe wanting to feel home again with this person, or wanting things to be like at ease with this person again because this person is home to you, or just wanting to feel peace, because it doesn't always have to. It could just be your peace, and if your peace is telling you to go, then go. But I do feel like if this is just something that you can get through, like literally, it's about discernment. Ask your intuition, and your intuition will lead you, and then follow the rest. So dance, lighten your energy, go out and play. What was it? Yes, focus on what lights you up. Do something creative. Do something to lighten your vibration and lighten the energy. Okay, so I'm done with my romantic babes in general, my love babes. That was your message. I hope it resonates. I hope you got clues, tips, like anything that helped. If the whole message didn't resonate, then I hope you got something that resonated with you. But for my career babes, I'm like, okay, love babes, I gotta put you on hold. But for my career babes, I feel like this is about trusting your intuition when it comes to maybe a job. I feel like maybe your job, like ask yourself whether or not, if you've been thinking about leaving a job. Maybe you've been thinking about leaving a job, and if you have been thinking about leaving a job, be bold and make the first move. But that's after you get in touch. You still have to get in touch with your intuition. You still have to get grounded, take some time out to play, lighten the load, ask yourself, do just a little bit more work, or purge a little bit more work when it comes to healing. And I feel like, and ask your intuition. If your intuition is telling you to go, if you feel like spirit is giving you that sign to go, then do it. Be bold and make the first move, and know that luck is on your side. Rite of passage, you're going somewhere sacred. I feel like it's still gonna be a little bit challenging because it's all for you and your growth. But just know, just know that it'll be over. Just know that this is not, it'll be forever. There's a light at the end of the tunnel. So tell yourself there's a light at the end of the tunnel. If you've been going through challenges, because honestly, I feel like this might even be a past energy. Maybe you've been going through challenges and now it's finally getting lighter. Or maybe you've been, you've either been going through these challenges already, or you're still in the midst of them, but you're almost there. You can tell that it's getting smoother. So, ride that last wave through it. And this, I feel like, is for my career babes. If you're confident, I feel like it has to do with confidence or not knowing the right moves. Maybe you're stuck in a cycle. It might be stuck in a cycle or stuck in a habit and not knowing how to get out of it. Or it could be also for my babes who have been in a specific cycle in a job. This is for my for my 9 to 5 babes, if you've been wanting to leave a job and your intuition is telling you that it's time, or you're gonna take time with your intuition to see if that's meant, then do it, because it says that be bold and luck is on your side. But for my babes who are maybe entrepreneurs, maybe you're trying to figure out maybe what's meant for you, or whether or not you should move on from a certain project or thing. I feel like it's a career choice, or a lifestyle, a habit. It's about connecting with your intuition, whether whichever it is, because I feel like it could be about either one. Dance. It's still dance. Do something to shift your vibration. Your vibration is rising. There we go. But your vibration is rising. Okay, so I feel like your vibration is rising. No. So I feel like you've either been in a pause, because the no came up. You're either in a pause. You're in a pause and not knowing where to go, or when to move. And if that doesn't resonate, then there's a habit that you haven't let go of, or that you need to balance out, because it's still the full moon in Leo was a lot about balancing. It was about balancing your Cobra and balancing your joy. So it's about balancing work, play, your emotions, like when to react this way and when to react this way, or like just balancing your overall self. And I feel like that's coming out again. And I feel like you're like maybe you're still flowing through and purging some work, and your last work I feel like is about saying no to you. What was it? If it's about, what was it? If you're not in a pause, and I feel like if it's about saying no to you, it's about putting more boundaries on you, or in general, putting more boundaries, like putting out boundaries more. Not more, like balance. What was it? Putting out, like being assertive with your boundaries. That's what it is. Don't dim to fit in. Protected. So say yes, you're protected. I said you're calling back your power, so you're still in the process of calling back your power. But yes, know that challenges are happening to you, happening for you, not to you. If you knew you'd be supported, whatever you do. So this is like some still of the reading again, of the reading before. Your vibration, I feel like you've been in this process, so your vibration is rising, but it still has to balance out with boundaries, like saying no more, and asking yourself, like, your intuition, what it is that you're, what it is that you should do. If you should say no, if you should put the boundaries up for your careers, if you should leave this 9-to-5 job, if you should let go of this lifestyle, this routine, this habit. I do feel like it's a habit. What else? It. I honestly think that's it for my career. I feel like it's more about boundaries. You're in the process. You're still in the process. You've been through challenges. I know it's been hard, but I feel like you've been either feeling like it's getting smoother, or you've been feeling like it's going to get smoother. And please hold on to that positivity. If you have yet to see like the hill of that positivity, maybe you've seen like a crumb here and there, and you're like, okay, is it getting better? Yes, it is. It's been hard, and you're going through somewhere sacred, but just know, like, if you're seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. I do feel like for my entrepreneur base, it's about boundaries and about saying no more. You've been in a pause, and I feel like balancing the work and play, self-care too. Self-care. This is about yourself. This is about shifting your vibration, or continuing to shift your vibration throughout a challenge. But the answers that you need or seeking are coming. Just keep on, babes. I feel like it's like, what was it? I just got Keep On Keeping On by MC Light. Keep on keeping on. Just know it's almost over. Luck is on your side. Keep being bold and making the first move in your entrepreneurial choices. But for my 9-to-5 babes, it's be bold in making the first move and changing your career or changing something. If it's about changing your job, if you've been thinking about changing your job, if you've been thinking about changing a location, maybe think about moving or doing something different, changing your routine. I say do so. Then it says do so. This is a new romantic cycle. That would be a new romantic cycle beginning for you because you're doing it for you and something that you've wanted to do. You're leading your life and taking back your power and living life the way that you want. Okay. My God, such good energies. I'm like really waiting and seeing if there's something else. I'm like, if there's anything else. Ooh, a win-win outcome is forecast. That means no matter what, it'll end up with a good answer. Believe in the impossible. Your hard work is paying off. This is for all my babes. Your hard work is paying off. For my career babes, your hard work is paying off, and you will see the results of your work very soon. Just keep up that work. For my relationship babes, if you've been feeling like you've been like taking a lot of the work and this flow of your relationship, your hard work is paying off. Just make that last little hill and add in that extra play. And only if your intuition is calling you to. And you will see success because luck is on your side. Believe in the impossible, things will get better. But for my babes who have been in that that balancing of like, I don't know, like should I stay or should I go type energy, your hard work is paying off. I do feel like it is about taking some time for yourself. If you've been dating and you've been on a pause with this person, or maybe a challenge happened with this person, then continue taking time for yourself. If this person triggered you in some type of way, maybe a third party situation. I only bring that up because of the trust and niggle. There's 3 people, but it's also not in a love situation. It also might mean like 3 versions of yourself. So you might need to connect with the real version of yourself or the balanced version of yourself. But I do feel like, yeah, this is more about thinking positively and moving forward. It's about moving forward regardless and knowing that whether you stay in this relationship. So for my situation babes, if you've been thinking about whether you stay or whether you go, it's still going to be a good ending for you. The results will still be, I feel like you'll be okay either way. And so for my babes who've been in a situation for my babes who've been in a situationship, you're gonna be okay either way. A win-win outcome is forecast, so you'll be okay whether you choose this person or whether you don't choose this person. If you've been choosing between people, like if you've been dating and choosing between partners, then a win-win outcome is forecast. If you choose to be with this person, if you're in a relationship and you choose to be with this person or leave this person, a win-win outcome is still forecast for you. I feel like a win-win outcome is forecast whether or not you put in that work as long as you put in that work for yourself. Then whether or not you choose to, like, where you choose to make that bold move, will a win-win outcome. You'll get a positive answer wherever you choose to put your energy. So I felt like this is connecting to babes, like wherever the message resonates for you. If you're in a relationship, if you're dating, if you're single, single in a situationship, or if you're in a career, whatever you choose to put your energy after balancing yourself, after vibrating yourself higher, a win-win outcome is forecast. All right, but you do first have to connect with yourself and get in touch with certain boundaries that you want, and stand on business and continue standing on business with that. But I feel like if you've been feeling like you've been standing on business for a while, just know that the hard work has been paying off. The hard work has been paying off, and you'll see it, and you'll see the results. And whether or not you end up wanting to be with this person in the long run, a win-win outcome will be forecast. All right? Woo! Febyouary. That is some good energy for the start of February. Febyouary. Self-love. Yes, this new moon in Aquarius, like, whew, I'm like, is there anything else? Because I feel like that shit was deep. That shit was deep no matter what. Okay, I'm like trying to think of anything else that might help the message. Message for any of my babes. So for my relationship babes, I'm just getting, because of the fact that I'm seeing water in a couple places. For my babes who are in a relationship, you might have to take a solo trip and take a break for yourself. But if you and your significant other have been wanting to take a vacation and you haven't, I feel like this is be bold and make the first move and plan that shit. Plan those vacations, but that's after you get grounded. And I do feel like if you have been taking a vacation, then you have to, it says play, have fun, celebrate, don't be serious, but it does say what lights you up. So I feel like ask yourself what it is that you and where have you and your significant other been wanting to go? What is special to you and your significant other? Because you might even have to just get in touch with your memories, like when it comes to where you guys have been, reconnecting there, or even taking that person back there when it comes to like lightening a challenge. But I do feel like it was specifically about vacation. So for my relationship babes, if you've been thinking about or wanting to surprise your person with a vacation, or you and your person have just been wanting to go on vacation and you haven't yet, then I feel like that's something that will really that will allow things to flow much better. I'm like, what else? There's still a lot of water here. For my single babes who haven't taken a bath yet, I feel like that would help get in touch with yourself, and give yourself that pause that you need. You might also have to go on a solo trip somewhere to water or somewhere close to water. Water is still coming up. Mountains too. Might have to go hiking. I know a bunch of places in LA have mountains and waterfalls. There are waterfalls here. Specifically Eaton Falls. For my LA babes, Eaton Falls, if you hike and you've been wanting to like hike to a waterfall, or if you feel the push or taking the sign for water, I feel like hiking to a waterfall would help. Eaton Falls, and I forgot the other one. I'll put the other one at the bottom once I ask my sister where we went exactly. What else? What other messages? Some signs that have come out. Let's see. Some signs that came out in the cards. Gemini, Sagittarius came out in 2 cards. Capricorn, Libra. This, Be bold and make the first move is a cardinal moon card too. And Libra and Capricorn are both cardinal signs. Other cardinal signs are Cancer and Aries, I think Aries. Libra, I said Libra, Sagittarius, Gemini, Capricorn, Sagittarius again. Blue was in this card. Blue's in this card a lot. I feel like communication, the answers you need are coming. So you might have to put yourself in a more balanced mood so that you can talk with this person in a much more respectful and healthy manner. So go out and play and take some time for yourself. Lion King is also coming out. That came out once before, but because it's reversed, and it's like really like the, I don't know, well, it's will be the same, but because it like came out a lot here. It's like him, Simba, it reminds me of Simba again, looking at the reflection, saying he lives in you. So it's like reflecting with yourself, seeing the bad bitch in yourself. And then asking yourself, like, it is balancing your bad bitch, and making yourself feel like the confidence, the regular confidence you should feel. Maybe because it's been, you've been down, like, with some shadow work, or you've just been feeling stuck. So it's making you feel less confident. But once you feel a little bit more confident, I feel like you will be able to move forward in a better pace and at a happier pace. At a happier mood, like happier flow. Things will flow much better once you've processed all of this. What else? I think that's it, babes. I'm not really getting anything else. Maybe a Disney movie with a princess. Maybe, what was it? Honestly, now that I'm thinking about Disney movies, okay, so first of all, movies that I've already said that if you've been wanting some inner child healing and you can't go hiking, you can't, like, you just don't have certain access to things, then watch a movie. And I feel like the movies I've already said, I said Lion King. I feel like Lion King. And if you've been participating in the boycott and trying not to support Disney Plus, I completely understand. You might need to either rent it or I also depend on bootleg. Go back to bootleg websites if you haven't done that in a minute, because I have. So there is 123 Movies, Soap Today, or I've gotten used to Internet Archive. That one's my favorite, and that one's actually the best one. So I would say that, and they do usually have old movies and old kids movies a lot too. So Lion King came out. This Men Talking movie, I mean, this Men Talking card makes me think of The Little Mermaid, because that person's a mermaid and it's looking out. It's like sad, like Ariel. So I feel like it's connecting to a movie. Okay, so I said Lion King. I said Fern Gully. What was it? Fern Gully, Pocahontas, Lion King, Little Mermaid, and also the warrior woman. The way that she's holding it and you only see one eye, that makes me think of that one scene from Mulan. And she's dressed in like low-key a soldier, so I feel like Mulan also will help. Like it's time to channel like your favorite Disney princess. Even me and my sister watched The Return of Jafar yesterday. That is so, I don't know, we saw a license plate that said Jafar, so I was just like, Jafar? And we watched 102 Dalmatians because we saw a license plate that said DeVille. I feel like a lot of Disney is coming out, so I feel like you could be a Disney like head, or maybe you were a Disney, like Disney was heavy in your childhood. Maybe you have been disconnecting from Disney because of the boycott for Palestine, or you just haven't watched a Disney movie in a minute. Maybe you don't watch a lot of Disney movies, and if you haven't, I kind of feel like there's something that's saying that. So try Internet Archive. It's not all Disney movies, but specifically the ones that connected to nature were Pocahontas, that's Disney. Fern Gully isn't Disney, but it's still connecting to nature. But it is a lot about connecting to nature, childhood, animation, like an actual moral message. Little Mermaid, Lion King, Fern Gully, Pocahontas, Mulan. I said Mulan. Like any other? Honestly, Atlantis too. I don't know why it makes me think of Atlantis. Like, you see like that circle, like remember? And she was raised up in the sky. Her hands weren't like that, but it was like she was connecting to her ancestors. It just reminds me of that scene. So Atlantis is coming out too. The High Priestess. I'm a Sailor Moon head, so like the moon on her head. I know it's not on her forehead like usual, but it's like in the same form, like the way that Usagi has the Sailor Moon crescent. It should be on her forehead, but it's right here, but it's the same as if it was on her forehead. If you haven't watched Sailor Moon, I would say do so. In those movies. Maybe even Charlie's Angels too. I feel like this reminds me of the scene where Cameron Diaz was in the champagne glass. If that was something you used to watch that you haven't watched in a minute, I would say watch that. And I think that's it, y'all. All right, that was some extra signs, extra messages. Thank y'all so much for, what was it? Thank y'all so much for, what was it? Thank y'all so much for hanging, out with me and getting these messages for the new moon in Aquarius. I really hope that they resonated or part of it resonated. I hope that it helps you move forward, or it helps you know the next moves or the next steps. I hope that it leads you to the next steps that will like help you move forward and move to closer, just a little bit, like a step closer, whether it's a step closer or like a big steps closer to your bad bitch, wherever. I just hope I lead you closer to your bad bitch. That is all that Passion Tea is about. Thank y'all so much again for this. Thank y'all so much again. Thank y'all so much for supporting Passion Tea. Come see us again. Be sure to like the bottom of the screen. We will definitely be back. I love y'all. Have a great Friday. Have a great new moon in Aquarius. And I will catch y'all next time.